Hello, everyone.
Hi, Panda here.
Amy here. How are you? Welcome to our Create Along Thursday Create Along.
Happy Thursday.
We've transitioned into fully Irish.
Yes.
With our luck. That says of right there. Luck of the Irish. I got to fix it. It's so bright you can't see it.
It is bright, but
right?
I love it because then you really get to see all our little fun
I know.
Embellishments right
there. Yeah, back there. And if you notice, you notice that the hats are right there, and that's what we're going to make today.
So excited.
Yes. So first off, if you are joining us, let me put up our little banner and say, welcome to the Create Along. And if you are just joining us, please let us know who you are, where you're watching from. We want to know that. We want to know who you are, and leave us a little comment. And sometimes your comments will pop up on the screen. So, let us know. We're happy to see them. Oh, just like this.
Ooh.
Welcome from Sparkle City on our YouTube. So anyways, thank you for joining us. What we're going to go over first is what we're doing today.
Okay. What are we doing today?
Today, we are doing the leprechaun gnome hats that are printable, that have our folding template. So let's go ahead and we're going to switch over.
Wait, are we going to show them these patterns first?
Yeah, but I'm going to do it from the other cam.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so we're going to switch over here, and let me get rid of that banner, to our hand cam here. And what we're going to talk about, of course, is what comes in the gnome hat. So with the gnome leprechaun hat, I mean, they're gnomes, they're leprechauns.
Gnome hat,
You're going to get the template, the folding practice template. Mine has an extra line. Yours will not have an extra line. I printed the wrong one, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So you get this, and you only really need to cut this out and fold it once until you wear it out.
Yeah.
You also get in this download the blank template. And what that means, I don't think you have one in your pile, but what that means is you can use this and print it on any patterned or color paper you want to get your gnome hat shape. So maybe you have a piece of paper, or you can even trace it and then cut it out. It's whatever you want, but we just wanted to give you the shape. I think another cute thing would be to have kids color on it.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Like we should have a color contest.
Yeah, a little color challenge.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So anyways, you have your blank one.
Or let's say you had a pack of stickers. That'd be cute to do a couple stickers.
So cute. And then we have our patterns. So the first pattern we have is the Lucky Clover. You can see here.
So
isn't that cute? Then we have the clay rainbows.
And why do you call them the clay rainbows?
They're called clay rainbows because when I designed it, I made it look like little, like it's puffy, like if you made clay.
Like little puffy clay
right?
Rainbows,
like if you made clay earrings or clay little rainbow. Puffy or clay rainbow.
I was wondering that. I watched the first look because I couldn't be here for that. So I watched it back and I was like, clay rainbows. I don't remember clay rainbows.
It's
because
they
look like clay.
if you look at them, they look three-dimensional, like little clay rainbows.
Awesome.
This is probably one of my favorites, the Lucky Charm print,
which is love Lucky
also
Charms.
Our background. Then we have green clover, which I love. Green clover,
fun.
And then the green dots. And like I talked about on the first look, the oh, careful, you're moving your trackpad over there. Like I talked about on the first look, all of these prints are also in our Lucky mega bundle paper pack. But we're not talking about that today. But it is available.
But it is there.
And the other thing I wanted to show you before we get into it is I do have these printed on different papers. So this paper here, our first one is what is called a 28-pound. So it's a little heavier than a traditional copy paper, but it's you can see it's still like copy paper.
Yeah.
It's just got a little more oomph to it. But this is printed on almost like a photo cardstock. It's really thick.
Like a photo cardstock or like a cover cardstock?
Yeah, it's glossy. And that's my favorite because the colors really come through, which all of these hats back here, the ones I made that I photograph, are always on that glossy kind of photo type paper.
You can see that gloss shine.
Yeah, the colors are just richer. So just, that's my favorite to do. They are thicker. They're a little harder to work with. But I think the more you do it, the more you practice, you can determine your paper. So cardstock or regular, but we're just going to work with the regular paper.
And the prints. Today. Every printer is going to print a little different on the color.
Correct.
Just because of the ink.
Yeah. I mean,
so don't be worried if you're like, and the screens make things look different colors too.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
your printer could
nice.
print different from day to day.
True.
So yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah,
so
that is
I'm gonna
fun.
put the thick ones aside here. I'm just gonna work with the regular paper ones right now. Okay, so first things first. Did you plug in the glue gun?
I plugged in the glue gun.
Okay.
It is warming up. And I got my liquid glue ready too.
Awesome. I think my liquid glue is...
I think we're sharing.
We're sharing.
Yeah.
I'd say mine's somewhere over there.
Yeah.
But you can use liquid glue or you can use hot glue. It's really up to you. Personal preference. If you're using liquid glue, we suggest having your little pieces of dry baby wipe, and we can show you that when we're going through. And you have scissors.
Yep, scissors.
Okay, I have a ruler. Panda has.
Oh,
Panda brought a new tool.
I brought the big scoreboard.
Look at that. 12 by 12.
12 by 12. Normally we're working on the baby one, which works fine. But
Yeah.
I thought, I'll bring it. Let's do something different tonight.
I like it. Okay, so the first thing we have to do, we're going to put all the pretty prints aside. The first thing we got to do is cut our template.
Okay.
Now, I already have one cut, but I'm going to cut along with you. And I see you cut one out too. But
Yeah,
this is the one we cut.
I need the practice to make the templates. I haven't made my own. I've just used Amy's.
This is one I cut when I assembled my hats originally. And I want to point out a couple things before you cut it.
Okay.
So as you can see, I left the black border on the outside.
Okay.
We need that for sizing.
Okay.
You can also see that when I fold this over, see how that line, let me get that up in the camera. See how that line is perfectly flush there. And when I fold it, it fits in there perfectly.
Okay.
That's how you want your template to be.
Okay.
Like, and if you have a little too much on that line, you can trim a little bit off. Like, I feel like I have a little, like, tiny bit too much. Let me be in the camera here. You can trim just shave a little bit off just this one side because you're going inside of that flap.
Okay.
We want it to fit in there perfectly. Because if that doesn't fit, this top is going to be off.
Okay.
And then your whole bottom's going to be off.
Okay.
But you can see how that lines up flush.
The front, it lines up, the flaps line up, not the front to back, right?
Correct.
That's normal.
The back is is a little longer than the front, but see how like perfectly that line.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's a good template right there.
Yeah,
so if you're starting with a good template, you're going to be in better shape than if you're starting with a bad template. So that's the most important part of these hats. So we're going to go ahead and cut out.
And we're going to leave the black line on.
Leave the black line on, except, I mean, here you can trim on that line. You can trim a little off. Make sure in the camera, P. We put a new camera up today, so it's a different cutting area. So we're getting used to it.
I think I'm going to leave that on for a sec and then come back and trim it in a second.
So, and also like these have some nice straight areas. You can always use a paper cutter, but I'm just going to use my scissors. So we're just going to take a minute and you can take your time doing this. And if you have too much paper, I just chomp it off. It gets in my way.
And, oh, I dropped my paper.
Oh no, I heard him go.
This is called fussy cutting. If you haven't fussy cut before, you're like, what's fussy cutting? There's no fuss. It's just you're cutting out an object. Sometimes a lot of detail, sometimes a little detail. It's great for the little fussy cutting tips we always give. If you're using the middle of your scissors, not the end. If you end, you chomp and you get a weird little chomp bite that you can see like almost tears the paper at the end based on your scissors. And it's also nice, keep your scissor hand straight and move the paper. It's much easier to do that than try and move this hand all around. Helps get you smooth lines.
Exactly. All right, I got my edges off, and I'm gonna go ahead and just trim a touch off of this because I know I'm gonna need it. It's really like that top point part. Oops, throwing that at you.
Yeah.
And we were smart today and put the garbage can between us. Now we have kind of these big pieces. Panda saved me one somewhere. Oh, down there. Like this has this big piece. What we'll do is we'll just chop off like a strip off the bottom because we use it as a safety barrier inside when we're gluing the hats together. So I just chop off that one piece and save it. And then you can throw this in your recycle bin. Or if you need to keep it to, I don't know, do something else with it. Whatever you like to do with your paper scraps.
Yep.
Yes, your papers are all on the floor.
Yes, they are. We'll deal with that in a minute. We're still learning about the template.
Okay, so one thing you can do.
Hydrate.
Oh, yeah. Hydrate. Drink break. Okay, so the way I like to fold it is I like to take the line. Okay, tape on me or something. I like to take the line and I like to keep it up so I can see where I'm folding. And I just start at this tip and I kind of get like a little pinch there.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that I'm folding as perfectly on that line as I can.
Okay.
Take my time and really make sure that I am on that line. So that line should be sitting right at the top. And when you have it there, you can take like a folding tool. You can take a pair of scissors or a pen. I have my ruler here. I really want to crease that well.
Try not to use your nail if you have nail polish.
Yeah,
on.
don't use your nail if you have nail polish.
Some nail polishes will come off.
Yep. And then I like to, you're not in the camera, P.
I had to look closer for a second to make sure my line was
I like
there.
to then fold it back the other way and crease it because you want this to be pretty pliable. So that's the first side. And then you're going to repeat with the other thin line. I really should probably take this extra line off on here.
The double thick?
Yeah, this double thick. It was in case you needed a flap, but we decided the flap didn't really work well, like a folding flap. But it's a nice visual alignment.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so then I have like a weird paper strip there. Then I'm going to come and do the same with the second line.
Okay.
Like to kind of, it's okay if you manhandle this one because this is just your folding template. So just come up here and kind of pinch fold it there. I like to get that line nice at the top and do the same at the bottom. And then it kind of makes it, I don't know, a little easier to make the ends meet.
I almost had more success for me doing my bottom pinch first.
Yeah, then the top.
Yeah, just because I kept like throwing this paper everywhere, but I think I'm going to have to practice more.
Yeah, it's whatever works best for you. That's just the way I'm used to doing it. So I'm going to crease that and then I fold this guy and crease that. Awesome. And then this is where I like to check to make sure my fold, like my paper is going to fold. Now, if I'm hitting a problem here, I can go ahead and do a tiny bit of trim on this template. And when we go to put the hats together, if your paper's all lined up and you're still getting a little resistance here at the top, you can trim your paper a little bit in there too.
Okay.
In my ends, my first template was folded better than this one because this one I'm a touch off, but it's still pretty good.
So this one I need to do a little bit on this flap up here, like you said.
Yep. And that's where you just check your limit. You want this template to be exactly how you want it before you start. Otherwise, you might have some issues. But I feel pretty good about that one.
Okay, let's see. Fold in. Fold. Oh, no. A little bit on the top corner.
Yeah. To get that in there right.
Yeah.
And how's your alignment? How's your bottom alignment?
My bottom's good.
Ooh, pretty
I'm just
good.
Figuring out my top right here.
Yeah, you just might have to crease like this top point. You might have to really get that crease. Awesome.
Oh, it's so
Good
fun.
job. So now you have the template. This is, I think, the hardest part, getting the template done. So now the template's done and it's right.
So could we, if you had a scoreboard, you could score these two to help you,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Correct, which is what I thought you were going to do.
Well, I wanted to try this way first.
Yeah. All your stuff's on the ground?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Panda dropped all our papers.
Excuse me for a moment.
Okay, while you're getting that, I'm going to pick a couple things to like show. So this is ultimately what we're making here. We are making... We're in a very small space. We are making this cute leprechaun gnome. So what we're using is our 2x2x6 craft boxes. We're using our beards. I have been using the orange ones for the leprechaun. Panda is probably going to whip out some other colors. But
I found my baby wiper.
Oh, good. So we have all these different beard colors. I'll be showing with the good job with the orange beard. So we have a whole pile of orange beards over here for you.
I got it. Shimmy. I'm sorry.
It's
gonna
okay.
Be an earthquake.
We're getting.
It's gonna be an earthquake.
We're getting a little earthquakey. Can you hit that button right there?
What button?
On that light. That button. Yep. Thank you.
Earthquakes happen.
Earthquakes happen. Okay, so this is what we're gonna make. So let's pick our pattern. What pattern are you gonna do first?
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. I gotta look at all of them now that I got them off the floor.
Which, since Panda's doing different beard colors, she might want to pair her beards to determine
That's
what
what I'm
colors.
doing.
Because you're making 3, maybe.
We'll see how many I get done.
I'm just doing orange beard, so I don't really have to think that hard about it. So I'm going to start with clay rainbows. I feel like that's a good orange beard color.
That's what I was gonna pair with orange.
With orange? Well, you don't have to. I am.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Good. I like that pairing.
So while Panda's looking at her colors, all I'm going to do is I'm going to
start with
cut.
this one.
I love it. I'm going to cut out the hat. And if it has a white background, we put a nice light gray line. So you just want to cut off the gray line. So we're just going to do the same thing like we did earlier. We're just going to go and cut our hat out. So I'm always laughing because Panda's never in the camera shot with her hand. All right.
Also, I need to scoot up. Earthquake.
Okay, there we go. Awesome. So you're just going to, watch the table. Take a minute and trim out the gray, trim off the gray line. Leaving still, we have that faint gray line right here showing that seam. You leave that one. We just cut off the other ones. I had a cute idea that like a way to embellish these is once you have them built, glue trim around the front edge. Wouldn't that be cute?
That
like
would be cute.
Some pom-pom trim or ribbon.
That would be cute. I was thinking some sequins would be fun on the hat.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to have an embellishing party. Right now we're just doing structural builds.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Okay, so once you have your first one cut out, here's the next fun part, is we are going to fold them.
Okay.
Now, folding, when we go to fold them, we want to have our template, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to have the template, the line side up.
Okay.
And we want to have our paper, the pretty side down. And I take this and I line up my top just because that helps me kind of figure out where I'm starting. So I line up my top points and make sure that my edges are centered there. Kind of like do a little tap, tap. There we go. And then when I lay this down, I use my ruler to help me. I take my ruler and I line it up into this line and I kind of fold this flap. See how it's foldy?
Mm-hmm.
And hold that up and push my ruler into that gap without moving my paper like I just did. Hang on, I got to reline up my paper. Okay. I moved my template. There we go. Okay, so I have my paper here lined up on my ruler. And then I take my hand and I go underneath my paper and I kind of just work it up gently. And then I can get a little more aggressive with it. You can kind of pull depending on the thickness of your paper. Very important. You got to work that in. And then I can move my ruler over out of the way and really bend my paper into that fold. So you want to get that in there. Okay, I got that fold done. And then I rotate because I'm right-handed. So I like to do that way. If you're left-handed, you might start on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do the same thing. I pull this fold up here. And then I make sure my ruler's on there. And then I take my other piece and pull it into there till I feel like I got a good line. And then I can fold it. Now, before I do any crazy creasing, like with reinforced with my ruler, I take my template out and I make sure I'm lining up how I want to line up. So I did okay. I feel like this one side's a little long, which you can always trim that off.
Okay. I got a little bit off on the top so you can see the line.
Yeah.
And I think that's because this was a little long. Like, I
cut
the flap.
Yeah. So, and if it's not perfect, it's okay. This is the back. So I can always trim that off if I need to. I just probably had shifted when I moved and folded something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not too worried about it because, again, it's the back. You can trim it. You can always cover it up with trim. And then, so you have this folded. I make sure it's good. And if you're using that nice photo paper, you really don't want to do super hard creases with a ruler or a pen or anything because it will crack that paper.
Good point.
But this paper is pretty thin. So
I went the wrong way. But
you can pretty much manipulate it. Oh, like you overcorrected the wrong way?
Like, yeah, my bottom didn't match now. But look, I fixed it.
That's good. All right. And then our piece of paper here that we saved, when we glue this, we like to just put a piece of paper inside here if you're gluing and you don't want to, looks like going the wrong way there. If you just want to have a little extra assurance you're not going to glue it shut, you know, not a bad idea. But what I like to do, we glue our things all different ways. I like to, the flap that's coming on top, I like to put a line of glue along this edge, because when I put it over here, I know that's going to close up my seam nicely. Because if I put it just like right here on this inside line on the bottom flap, this is going to be kind of floppy. And if I put it here on the gray line, it might not be in the right spot. So that's why I like to put it on the right side. Now you can use hot glue or liquid glue.
Okay.
I am usually like a hot glue everything kind of person. This one I tend to go more liquid glue.
Yeah.
Just because it allows me a little time to adjust
Okay.
it a little bit. I will do this one in hot glue just to show you, but I do tend to go more liquid glue. And when you use liquid glue, tell them about our trick we learned from our friend.
Yes,
Claudette.
so we learned it's great. This is why we have the dry baby wipe. Because if you have a little bit extra glue, you know, you always like wipe it off. But if you have anything on your fingers, everyone has oil. But if you have ink or maybe you just, whatever, it will mark up your paper. You'll see it. Well, this one is so magical because it will help take it off without leaving your extra residue on it.
Yep. It's a pretty awesome trick.
And on a lot of papers, you can see like it doesn't show up. Black paper, I found you can always see it, but a lot of lighter papers, you're like, the glue was never there.
Yeah. And just a reminder, if you're using hot glue, remember to use fingertip protectors, or just be cautious that you don't burn yourself.
Sometimes I even use the baby glue to hold it down, so I'm not wiping my fingers on it anyway.
Well, that's smart. I do feel like I get a better, nicer seal on this when I'm using liquid adhesive, only because like I feel like it closes the gaps better than the hot glue.
Oh my gosh, look, it's a hat.
It is so cute.
Oh yeah, see I have a little bit right there, so I'm just going to trim that little notch.
Oh yeah, I have a little notch too. Just trim it off. It's not a big deal. There you go. There's my first hat.
Look at how awesome we made hats.
I love it. Love it. So cute, right? I mean, that's so easy. So,
can we put it on a
yeah, let's put it on a beard. Okay, so we're using these boxes. These are our 2x2x6 craft boxes. You can pull yours out. It's okay.
I already have a box.
And you pop them like this to put them together. The flaps go in like this, and they just get folded and attached in on both ends. Pandas is already ready. Can I have that Scotch tape, P?
Of course.
Pandas is already ready to go. So on the box, what I want to show you is it has this little seam. I like that to go towards the back. And depending on how you're assembling your thing, I like this rounded part to be on the top and the other flap to be tucked in on the bottom like that. So one thing you could do, like those Pandas beards are already taped to a nice level. But if you're trying to figure out your level, what you can do is just slide your hat on, and what it does is it sits more flush on the back. So that kind of pops up on the front, and then the beard tucks in here, and it just looks super cute. So what I like to do is kind of position it there. I'm going to take one of my GNOME beards. Look at, thanks Nomeo. Nomeo made us a couple beards today. And our beards always come with these long strings, because when you're using, we have, I can show, we have some socks back here. So if you're pairing these with a pair of socks, as opposed to our cute hats we're making, what you can do is tie the string around the gift. And this actually would be cute. Like if you're using these, you could do it on maybe a beverage bottle.
Oh yeah, totally.
Right? Wouldn't that be cute? As opposed to a box. I mean, there's so many cute things you can do with these. But you can tie this, or you can knot it, whatever your heart desires. And then when you take your socks, you just take your socks and go like this. And then you can tuck your string in. Then it's already secured and done. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Isn't that cute? But we're not talking about socks today.
No, get it out.
Get those socks out of there. But if you had a pair of socks you were gifting, it'd be really cute. So instead, oh, I got fluff everywhere. Instead of tying it, or you can still tie it there for this, but for these ones, because the hats are a little looser, you know, around, I like to bring it up on the top here. And you can tape it. Like that one there was taped to the top.
Surprise, Santa.
That
That's just
one was
tape.
taped to the top. You could always pull the string inside and glue it. I'm
You
just
could even
gonna
tuck that tie in. Help
yeah,
it
you
stay
can
in there.
tuck the tie. I think yours is tucked in.
Yeah, I tucked it in.
So you can use a little Scotch tape there, or you can tape it on the inside. It's whatever your personal preference is. I'm just gonna tuck my strings in. I could open it all the way. The other cool thing about these is you can prep all these and have them ready to go, and then you just pop the bottom of the box open and fill it, or you could leave it open.
Oh, true.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can see this is my box I've done a couple times.
Yeah, sometimes we recycle our boxes for our our what is this called? Our create-alongs. Thank you. So Panda just put a dab of hot glue on the back. So that's what I like to do. I like to kind of position it where I want it. And then this is the good part for the hot glue. To come in here, and I just can lift this up, tuck my glue gun, do a nice little shot of glue. Don't burn yourself. Position that where you want it. Look at how cute.
My box doesn't have anything in it.
If your box doesn't have anything in it, it might be front heavy with the beard. But look at how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is using the, you know what, the gray beard is pretty dang cute. I mean, I love the orange for leprechaun.
No, I love the orange, but you know,
yeah.
What if you need a variety? Because you could do your orange one type of prize in there.
That's
and
true.
This could be a different type of prize.
That's true. So I like it. And see, like mine's kind of really shoved up in there. Yours has a little more like a gap, but it just depends on where you place your beard, how far you tuck it up in there. You could also, if you wanted, tack the sides, but I don't think it needs it.
No. It's all based on what personality you want to do.
Yeah, it's a cute gnome. All right,
let's practice another one.
Should we do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do try the scoreboard real quick. So I have a scoreboard. Ooh, it just has lines. It helps you do your folds. Because we did want to show this last time.
Yeah.
Don't mind that I stepped on my template.
I'm just gonna cut one while you're going.
You cut one. So scoreboard is great. Yeah, score tool, or there's like the ones that come that match.
Which is the one you're not doing?
The one at home.
Because you're doing 3.
I picked all of them, so you just pick whatever you want. I matched everything. Do that one.
Do this one. Okay.
Yeah. I matched everything just in case we have time.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line up my line to help me fold. So I'm gonna find the top, a line, and I'm gonna make sure that's the same line going down. And then I'm just going to start from the top, go down, lightly score. The most important part on this one I found when I made one of these before, is just making sure you're right on that line. There you go.
And could you like put a little marker or something on there to help you know the top to bottom?
Totally. I am very familiar with the scoreboard, so this is like, if you're comfortable with scoreboards, this is the advanced scoring.
Yep.
But just want to show you can use whatever tools you have and make it work, right?
That's right.
Okay. So perfect. So then that helped me score my lines. And then you would do the same thing. You would fold and fold. It just helps you get that straightness.
Yeah.
If you had trouble getting that line creased by yourself.
That's true.
I just want to show since we brought it. Okay.
Then could you line this up with your thing on there and score it?
Yeah, especially if you marked your spots on your scoreboard.
Yeah.
You could do that every time.
That's cool. That would be nice and make the process a little quicker.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I cut one out. I already did my first line. I'm doing my second line.
Nice.
And I don't know, we just have a fascination with gnomes. I just think they're so cute that, we now decided we have to have them for every holiday, every occasion. So, just be ready. Be ready. They're coming. And if you have ideas for us that you're like, I'd really love some sort of gnome for this, then let us know.
Yeah. Gnome.
Yeah, this one I didn't line up as perfectly. So I could see that little gray line, but you can kind of shimmy it and work it how you want to get that line corrected for yourself. If you don't want to see that line.
And I'm going to batch mine.
Oh, smart. I'm just going to
So,
keep going here. on
You
mine.
keep going. Oh, did you want the liquid glue?
No, I'm just sticking with my hot glue.
Okay.
I just had to get a little squeeze out because it was giving me problems.
Mm.
I'm a little wild with that hot glue today. It's a wild west with the hot glue today. The other thing about hot glue is it sets instantly, so if you don't want to wait, where the liquid glue, I do kind of give it a nice couple rubs to make sure it's set before I pull it apart.
And you'll have to check, different glues dry at different times.
Exactly.
And your humidity and elevation plays a part of it.
Yep. So I just take our boxes, and I mean, these are so fast to do once you start working on them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me remember these steps. My template up, so I see the lines. My pretty down, because I'm matching my side flaps.
Yep.
Line it up.
Exactly.
This is the part I have trouble with, is the lining. Perfect. Make it perfect on the top. Perfect on the top. Line up the top. Okay, lined up. Then I come over here and I start to fold.
That's right.
Now, when you do, I noticed you unflap yours when you were folding. Do you ever keep your flap folded when you're folding?
I don't, because I feel like it gets in my way.
Okay.
But again, personal preference. Sometimes too, I just, go for it.
Go for it.
And see what happens. Oh my gosh. So cute.
That's a cute
That
combo
lucky,
too.
yeah, that lucky is so cute. And you know what? If you manhandle your hats a little bit, it's all right. They're gnomes and leprechauns. They've lived a life, so it's okay. Put this back over here. All right. We got about 10 more minutes with you, so I think I can at least do one more.
Yeah. Oh, don't use your nails. There's stuff on my nails.
Don't use your nails.
I already went against my own rule.
Now I'm going to do the green. What's this one?
And so I adjusted this a little bit, so I have a little extra.
Yeah.
So I can just trim that off, right?
Yeah.
So versatile.
Yeah, you can just trim it off. And I feel like if you wanted to put a pom-pom on the top of this gnome, I'd probably chop off the little point.
To help give that little extra.
Maybe. Yeah, let me see if I got a pom-pom while you're doing that.
Pom, pom, pom.
Let me see. I usually have, I know I have a whole jar of pom-poms right here. I usually have pom-poms.
Yeah, what color?
I'm just gonna use a white pom-pom.
Okay, I like it.
Let's get it out of the jar.
I like it. Just doing some liquid glue.
It's causing a gnome collapse back there. Okay.
Oh no. The great gnome collapse of 2024.
I know. This is, I don't know what size pom-pom this is. I just dumped him out. I didn't look at the jar. All right, we're not the size.
Let me see.
What do you think? 3/4 inch?
Yeah, 3/4 inch. Oh no, someone's calling.
Oh no, someone's calling.
It's okay. We'll call them back.
Wouldn't it be funny if we were muted this whole time and that person was calling to tell us that we were muted?
Oh, good thing we're not.
Yeah, we're not muted.
Yeah.
I don't think we're muted.
Neither of us checked that.
I didn't check it. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think so. Here. You want to
No, we're cool.
Okay.
We're cool.
I think they
Okay, so let me show you with this pom-pom. Now it is a white pom-pom, although I want to put it on this green hat. Let me cut the green hat real quick.
Oh, I'm doing the green hat.
You are? Okay.
But you can do one too, because my
Okay.
beard's gonna be different.
All right, I'm going to cut this real quick.
Fast cut.
A fast cut, because we just got a few more minutes here with you.
Okay, I'm gonna do my fast fold. So I adjusted that one and it turned out fine.
Okay, good.
Okay, match it up. Match it up. Okay, and I'm gonna do this side first. Go and go. No, just trying to figure out my method, right? We all figure out our methods.
Yep. All right. And you know what? If you feel like you don't want to fold and you feel like you can accomplish the roll, like if you take this and just roll it and glue it onto that flap, do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you feel,
If you're a roller, I'm so impressed.
Yeah. I tried a lot and I thought, you know what? This is pretty difficult to roll. So I'm not going to roll it.
Some people are very scared.
But if you're a skilled roller, please roll away. If that's easier for you. I'm going rogue. I'm not even using the ruler.
You know what? I haven't been using the ruler this whole time.
You haven't?
No, but what I found out this time, I noticed this one I cut a little far inside the line.
Yeah.
So when I did my flaps, this one that wasn't going to match up. So I took my template out.
Okay.
And I went rogue. I just folded this side to match.
Yeah.
So I could adjust for my extra cut in.
That's smart. And if you're good with if you're good with what is that? Geometry.
Yeah.
If you're good with geometry and you can just master this without having to use our template, then I say go for it. But
use your skills.
Use your skills. I'm not
blessed with the gift of angles. I cannot play pool.
Hey, I did pretty good though.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
All right.
Yeah. If you ever challenge me to pool, just know you're winning.
My glue got a little crazy.
It's okay.
Oh.
Stella's here. Palm on Papa brought Stella home.
All right.
Oh, yay, look, 2 more done. Okay, so let's pair these up. I'm waiting for your pom-pom action.
I know. I'm going to put it on the thing real quick.
Okay, now call me crazy, but I busted out a precious pink.
Ooh, you're crazy. You told me.
I did say that. But look how cute that is with
that's really cute.
Charms.
Hold up that other one too next to it. I think that's raspberry.
Oh yeah. So here's this one. It's so cute. I also think this one would work well.
Raspberry.
With this Lucky Charms because it's totally the heart and the
balloons. That's so cute too. Yeah. Well, I like both of them. Yeah, if you're giving it to a little girl or something that loves pink.
Yeah.
Be so cute. Anyone that loves pink, really.
I just thought, I like traditional colors. Obviously, I'm wearing the green.
Yeah.
But it's fun to experiment with some other combinations.
That's right.
Look at how cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
And that one, and this one. And then for this one, I thought, classic cream.
Oh, yeah.
With the cream. And although this is white and this is cream, it still plays off really nice. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. That looks great. Okay. Let me do my chop. Okay. This is just a gamble.
This is exciting.
I mean, technically, you could just glue it right there. But
yeah, I think you should try the chop.
I think I want to try the chop.
Why not?
Do
it. Chop,
I'm going to do
chop,
a little
chop.
angle.
Well, that's a lot of chop.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Perfect. Sure, it's perfect.
Chop.
And then I'm just going to put hot glue along this very balanced line there. You got to work fast. And maybe go upside down. Because the hot glue started to fall inside. There we go. Look it.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's super cute.
Can I see your Lucky Charms one real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to show this here for when we show our final show.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's clear the deck here so we can show our recap. Clear the deck. Put that in your little drawer. Okay. So we have, oh my gosh, so cute. Look at all these.
No. And I mean, they look so good with the orange too. I almost hate to even show these, but still.
I love the orange. There's paper in there.
Well, that's your orange, guy.
Oh, that came from Nomeo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. High five, fan. We made it. That was a fun create along. Hopefully you love leprechaun gnomes as much as we do. I don't know. They're so cute. And we are just so glad you were here with us. So if you want to make them, you can go back and watch this. If you have any questions, always chat us on the website, right? You can always, say, hey, we're there for you. And we're going to be back here with you Monday for first look. And so we hope that you can join us on Monday at 5 p.m. for first look. Woo woo. Okay, we'll see you there. Thanks. Have a good night. Bye.